Always been a Lions fan, always will be.
Perfect.
Great.
I'll admit
Any
it.
solutions?
Want to wish you the very best on your new talk show.
Thank you very much, Greg. That's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
Any solutions? Any hints for the coach?
For the coach?
Yeah, this is help the coach night.
I'll just say...
We're just the warm-up act now, you know.
He can listen on the radio then. I'm not going to say it when he's here because he might jump over the desk at me.
280-9898, Don Taylor at 1010.
Live from the corner of Georgia and Granville, it's Don Taylor's Late Night Sports Grill. Open nightly 10 till midnight. Now, here's your host, because he's too damn hot for TV, Don Taylor.
Hey, can't we just keep playing that music? I mean, let's just go home. That's the best part of the show. I guarantee that. That is hot. Kind of a Doc Severinsen thing. Very Johnny Carson. I'll tell you what, folks. Don Taylor here for Chapter 1, Edition 1, whatever you want to call it, of Don Taylor's Late Night Sports Grill. And do you remember the Andy Griffith show? Barney Fife, whenever he'd make an arrest, he'd be just shaking in his boots. Don Knotts. That's how I feel right now. I can honestly say for the first time in my life, without having done any exercise, my feet are sweating. What's going on there? And I've got sandals on. Folks, I'll tell you what. This is my first experience doing this type of show. Rick Dhaliwal is my producer. You're going to meet him later on in the show. This is his first experience doing this kind of show. What the heck are we doing here anyway? And I beg of you, please be patient with us. Please take some time with us. We're going to make a couple of mistakes over the next 2-3 weeks, but we promise that even through the next 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to be informative, number one, and hopefully entertaining, number two. And that's what we want to emphasize on the Sports Grill. It's a new show, and what we want to do in this day and age of athletes, owners, coaches, and managers not having very much fun in the world of professional sports, people have forgotten that sports is supposed to be fun. That's why we started playing sports. That's why we started playing ball hockey in the backyard or tennis at the neighborhood park. We did it because it's fun. And that's what we're going to emphasize here on the Late Night Sports Grill. Now, we're in a bit of a quandary. We thought, who should we get for our first guest? Should we make it Brian Burke? Should we make it Wayne Gretzky? Michael Jordan? We know those guys personally, but we thought, what the heck? The most important people in this show, for this show, are you, the listener, and we want to find out what you want from this show. What will make you listen to the show more? What do you want from the show? What do you expect from the show? What do you need from the show? What will make you listen at 10 o'clock, Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week, here on the corner of Granville and Georgia? So you are the first guest.
It's Don Taylor's Late Night Sports Grill. In Vancouver, call 280-9898 or long distance dial 1-877-399-9898.
As we were saying earlier, it's going to be a survey tonight on Don Taylor's Late Night Sports Grill. We're inviting your calls. Again, the number's 280-9898, 1-877-399-98, a 9, and a Donald Brashear. Right now, I want to and we're going to get to your calls momentarily. Hang tight, folks. We know you're waiting for us. I want to introduce to you somebody, my producer, Rick Dhaliwal. And, Rick, are you there?
I'm here.
You're talking to me?
You betcha.
I'll tell you why you're here. For the last couple of years, I know a lot of people have been driving around town and listening to CKNW, and, well, let's just say it. You were working at WX, okay?
That's right.
And I don't know how many times I was driving around town, and 9 times out of 10, you'd have something very important that NW, the big shots here on the 21st floor of the TD Tower, didn't have. And that's why this guy is the Scoop Meister, folks, and that's why he's here. He's the producer of the Sports Grill. Rick, say hello.
I'm very happy to be here, Don. Very happy.
Tell us a little bit about your career.
Boy, started many years ago.
All right, that's enough, Rick. No, seriously, where were you?
Boy.
Fort St. John?
Fort St. John, Wetaskiwin, Alberta, Squamish, Prince George, you name it.
If you were so good, how come you bounced around so much?
I don't know. I left my liver up north. I know that for sure.
We don't have to get into that, okay?
But anyways.
All right. Well, Rick is something is a part of something we are calling the Taylor Dhaliwal Report. It's a rundown of the day in sports, and we've even prepared a big intro for it.
Time now for the Taylor Dhaliwal Report, brought to you by Taylor and Dhaliwal.
You like that, Rick?
I like that.
That's nice, huh?
That's very
kind
nice.
of a Walter Cronkite feel. All right, folks, the day in sports, it starts like this. Gone are the days the Canucks will go out and spend money on someone like Mark Messier. And let's face it, gone are the days a team will trade for high-priced stars like Alexander McGillney. This is reality, folks. Cash-strapped Canadian hockey teams that are losing mega millions every year did not throw money around anymore. But the Canucks, well, they have enough cash to sign someone like Scott Lachance, a 27-year-old journeyman defenseman who spent the last couple of years with the Habs. He's a former first-round pick of the Islanders. I think he went third overall a few years back there, back in the early 90s. He'll be one of Vancouver's top 4 defensemen. Now, as for the Dhaliwal portion of the Taylor Dhaliwal Report, here it is. Earlier today, Rick caught up with Scott Lachance, and he did so in Dhaliwalian fashion.
Scott, you played on the East Coast throughout your career. Local fans here haven't seen you much. Tell us what kind of hockey player you are.
Well, I'd like to bring, I think, some consistency defensively to help Vancouver. I think
it says
in
Peter
Long
in
Island
Birch Bay.
and in Montreal. That's something I think I do well. I mean, penalty killing. I love penalty killing part of the game, and of course I'd like to be counted on in Vancouver at the end of the game if we need to keep a 1-goal lead. So stuff like that, which I think I can help Vancouver with.
Now, you played probably in the biggest pressure cooker you can play in Montreal. Hockey's number one in the sports fans' hearts there. Hockey's number one here, too. You know that.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, it's an exciting game, and I think Canadian fans treasure the sport. And I'm excited to play here, and I'm excited to go to such a great city and one that follows hockey that much.
Now, Scott, a very high draft pick by the Islanders in 1991. Some say you didn't live up to the billing. Is that unfair?
I might save him for a bit. Okay, go to some other calls.
I mean, first of all, you play hockey when you're younger for the fun of it, and you just you go on throughout your career, and then all of a sudden you get drafted in the first round, and it's exciting for you. But yeah, some people think when you get drafted that high, you have to become a Ray Bourque or Brian Leach, something like that. So I mean, in that sense, I guess in other people's eyes, maybe I haven't lived up to a 4th overall. But I like to see it as I'm 27 and I'll be 28, and I have a long future ahead, I believe.
All right, the words of Scott Lachance, and thank you, Rick Dhaliwal, for doing that interview. I guess Brian Burke's talking about him being a top 4 defenseman. You would think it would be Olin, Jovanovski, Aucoin, Lachance, and I guess this means that Murray Barron is going to get less ice time for the Vancouver Canucks. We'll see. Some more hockey now. Good to see a kid. Always good to see a kid from North Burnaby rake in the cash. I can't think of the last time that happened. Joe Sakic has avoided arbitration. Joe, who was a restricted free agent, has agreed to a 1-year deal with the Colorado Avalanche worth $7.9 million. Joe will have unrestricted status next year. Brian McCabe has won his arbitration case against the Blackhawks. The ex-Canuck gets $2.15 million next year. Grant Fuhr is ready to make a quick comeback. Remember, he retired at the end of last season? But no. Fuhr says he's thinking about returning to the Calgary Flames. The Oilers have named Mark Lamb an assistant coach, and the Smolinski one, Brian Smolinski, has re-signed with the LA Kings. You're listening to Sports Grill. Again, the number's 280-9898. More sports here in football. Don't forget about the Lions game Thursday at BC Place against the Argos. Down south, Rams receiver Ike Bruce has hit the jackpot. Why not? This guy is one of the main reasons St. Louis won the Super Bowl. 6 years, $40 million. However, tonight, Isaac and the Rams lost a Super Bowl rematch with the Titans. 30-3 was the final. On the positive note for the Rams, dig the new unis. Blue and old gold. They didn't like the old ones, but the Rams always have had the best helmets in the NFL. Now they have uniforms to go with those outstanding lids. Former Green Bay wideout Robert Brooks has inked a deal with the Denver Broncos. KC Chiefs, they've released veteran wide receiver and former bad boy Andre Rison. And Montreal, Anna Kournikova is on to the second round at the Des Moines. Oh, I don't know what that meant, but at the Des Moines Open. 6-3, 7-6, Anna over Kara Black. The Seas lost 12-3 down in Boise in the Major Leagues of Baseball. It was Florida over the Dodgers 11-2. Montreal gets beaten by Colorado 4-3. San Francisco all over the Mets 11-1. Arizona 4-3 over Philadelphia. That game went 11 innings. Atlanta thumped San Diego 9-2. Cubs over St. Louis 7-3. Sammy got his 37th in that one. Now tied with Gary Sheffield of the Dodgers for the Major League lead in the SWAT department. 4-3 Milwaukee over Cincinnati. And Houston, Houston, finally something goes right for the Houston Astros, the team with the worst record in Major League Baseball, all over the Bucks tonight, 16-2. As for the American League, Jays, by the way, idle. It was 7-3 for Boston over Tampa Bay. That's the good news for the Red Sox. On the negative side, Pedro Martinez left this game after 4 with stiffness in his left shoulder. That's not good, Bo Sox fans. The White Sox, they lost 8-2 to Baltimore. It was the Yankees over Texas 7-3. That means the idle Jays now 6 in back of the Yankees. It was Detroit 14, Seattle 4, and actually that game's in the bottom of the ninth. Detroit over Seattle, 14-4 in the bottom of the ninth. The A's leading Cleveland at last report by a score of 8-1.
Hey, Don, we got a couple of finals in there. Detroit beat Seattle 15-4.
Hold on here, Dhaliwal. Are you trying to make me look bad or what?
Kind of.
Okay.
Cleveland lost to Oakland 8-1. So those are 2 finals.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right.
Rick Dhaliwal on the ball, as he will be for the rest of his time here at the Late Night Sports Grill. If he keeps interrupting me like that, his time won't be very long. Just kidding, Rick. Anytime you want to. It's outstanding, and I sure appreciate that. We'll be back with your calls. The number's 280-9898, 280-9898. We want to find out what you want from the Sports Grill. Out of town, 1-877-399-9898. We'll be back.
Mornings with Frosty.
You talking to me?
Award-winning news, weather, sports, and traffic every 10 minutes on CKNW, BC's news leader. Get the dirt from our resident Avant Gardener. Garden Talk, Sunday mornings at 11 on CKNW, BC's news leader.